Welcome back to Chevy Trucks. I've been gone for a little bit. Went and got married in Missouri, and luckily my wife is cool and let me pick up some trucks. So I had one truck and a lot of parts to another one, besides my 67 behind me that's getting converted to a four-wheel drive. So follow along. I'll give you guys a little tour. So this is 67 still. Some doors I picked up. Not amazing. This other one is awesome. Still the original blue. I'm thinking a 68. The blue seems a little bit off. I think someone painted up here because there's some weird masking off areas that I'm still a little confused on. But the rest of the door's not painted. That's why it's real confusing. But or maybe just the way the weather stripping sat or something. But it's got the cool mirror that I'm thinking about trying to take off and put on the other truck. But this door is awesome. The belly is not all rusted out like you see a lot of times, like you will see on the other door. Also, here's a seat that came out of the red cab. Like a 69 and a 70, but I'm pretty sure the blue one's a 72, even though he keeps telling me it's not. They just switched the grill out. I don't really know, but automatic steering column that came out of the cab, like a 69 70 grill. Not amazing, but I don't really like these grills, so I usually just sell these whenever I get them. It has an AC cab, or AC heater setup, so a little shifter for the transfer case, so we'll get into that. Just some spare parts I pulled out. Also, this tailgate, besides some of the rust holes in there, which don't bother me at all, it's got an awesome patina on it. Blue seems maybe a touch off, but it is the straightest tailgate I've ever had that's been original. Super straight. Most of these tailgates always have big old dings and people just smash logs into the top of it or who knows what, but they're always been up on top, and everyone that comes and tries to buy parts from me wants the most pristine, perfect tailgate, but it's going on this truck. So this is the main truck I wanted. The main reason I did any of this was because on Facebook Marketplace, my location was still saying Springfield for some reason, and this popped up. I got a Missouri truck, even though I live in California. Probably not worth the drive. The truck's in worse shape than I thought. Still cool. I'm not hating on it. It's not the end of the world. It had no hood, so I went to Arkansas and picked up 3 hoods. I thought this one matched the closest, but I think I'm going to use the other blue one that I got. 2 blue ones are original paint. The other one is stripped down already. I'm also going to be looking for a chrome bumper in the front and rear. I'm going to try to pull back. This is all pushed out. 6 lug C10, coil springs. You know, looks pretty cool, but it is caved in. There's a lot of body damage on this truck. In a way, hopefully the title is not a big issue. I didn't want to deal with the title. The guy kind of scammed me on the title a little bit. Definitely was not truthful, which is my favorite. But, you know, if anything, it gives me a lot of practice on pulling dents out and trying to fix some of this body work. This side is dinged up too. This one doesn't seem bad. It seems like I can pull it out. Not a big deal. This is my main culprit. There's rust up here. If you've ever dealt with one of these trucks, you can never paint match and get it to be amazing. So my plan was to cut this down to a short bed and maybe throw it on my four-wheel drive chassis that I've been working on. Still thinking about it. I just got to work on the title first. I don't want to do all the work and then have title issues. So see how it goes. It has a cool lettering that I really like from Louisiana, Missouri. Kind of like my 67 long bed had, but the roof, you know, it's got some rust on the outside, which is a little strange. And this rust is a little more red. The 67 was more, the primer was showing. This is a little more, maybe a legit rust, or maybe they just use a different color kind of primer underneath. But bed's not horrible. I don't plan on using a steel bed floor. I'm not really a fan of them. This one's all rusted out anyway. And there's some rust holes here. And there's some back here. Like I said, I was planning on cutting it down to a short bed anyway. So I was going to use the wood that was out of my silver 67 short bed. And kind of recycle some parts. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. But all the glass is good in here, which is nice. I like the clear glass. I don't think this is, it might be the tinted. It might be the tinted. Pretty cool. Maybe today I'll try to switch hoods out and just see if I like the other one more. I like the kind of patina look on this truck. I wish it had the chrome mirrors, and I have some, except for I think the driver's side. I don't have a driver's. I have a couple of the passenger ones for like the 68 through 72s. I got rust down in here. It has no rockers, so I had to replace those, which is pretty normal to have to do. Same with cab corners, which is not a big deal when we're talking about saving patina. It's not a big deal because you just paint right. You leave your seam right where that trim goes, and you don't notice it as much. Up here, it's gonna be paint kind of fading into the other. So, I don't know. It's not gonna be that fun. Door hinges need oil bad. I love all the old stickers still on the doors, but some of this is all rusted out. We gotta see what I can do and save that. The belly of this door is rusty but not through, and again, I don't care that much, but rockers are gone. Has the vent in there. I never had one of those, or maybe my very first truck was actually a 72. It probably had it, I just didn't know enough to care or look at it. But the inside of the cab looks nice. The gas tank has some vents back here that I'm not used to. I'm not actually sure what those do, where they vent to. It looks like it runs up and over the cab. Real confusing to me. But inside here, no one's cut the dash, which is cool. Put a weird sticker there. Weird sticker there. I'm going to try to clean those up. If I can't, I will paint the glove box door. 67s are where it's black over. I like it when they're black and that's black. We'll see if I get there, but it's a no air conditioning cab, which are kind of my favorite. I don't really like the vents on those, but whoever took out the original paint steering column and then painted it monster green is so crazy. Plus they put the most hideous wheel. I hate these steering wheels. They put it back in there, but gauges look okay. These knobs are not my favorite. I like the chrome center knobs, and I have some in this other cab. I'll show you in a little bit, but there's a bunch of junk up here, which hopefully that cleans up and it's not all rotted out. The top of the cab is a little different. I never even noticed that it's got a little indentation up by the mirror, but it also has these weird covers on the visors, but hopefully that kind of protected them. Yeah, hopefully that protected them. I'll be pulling those off. It does have a little rust right in here, which sucks, because I don't want to replace these windows yet. So I got to see what I'm going to do about that. But, you know, gauges, the 5-hole gauges, but the normal rust. This is a little farther back than I wish it was, but I fixed those before. Again, this is going to get sound deadening and new rockers and stuff anyway, but door panels and everything are nice. Missing the knob on here, but you know, nice little patina truck. If I do throw this on the four-wheel drive chassis, I plan on throwing a manual column in here anyway, so I'd need to paint that. I'll show you more details on that later, but you know, cab looks pretty solid. It's more the bed is a little rough. Hinges that are rough. The other door is rough. They don't shut to save your life. Probably because there's not really much supporting the cab. I also hate these mirrors. Like I said, I might take that white mirror off and throw it on here. Just get rid of this guy. But it has no engine or transmission. Core supports rusted out. I have another one here. The fender wells are rusted out. I'll show you guys more of that later after I pull that hood off. The hood is not, the hinges aren't working well, and it's not supported well on this side. So I'm gonna pull that off and get it out of the way and oil up those hinges. But I think I'm gonna use this for the four-wheel drive. So that's what the truck looks like. It's more just the title kind of pissed me off. This is another cab that I bought. The same guy, he just wanted to get rid of everything. So this is actually a AC cab, CST, I don't know which year, 69, 70, something like that. But it actually has the headliner. I never had one of those in these. It also has these weird little hooks, and it has the cargo lamp light. I've never had one of those either. Not the biggest fan of the cargo light on the back of the cab, but if someone doesn't buy this from me, it does have some issues. Like, it's kind of beat up. The guy was moving everything around with a forklift, which was tearing it all up. It needs rockers like they all do, and probably cab corners, but the cowl and everything looks nice. And I'm learning about AC cabs. I didn't realize that there's a vent up in here, up in your cowl with a lever, and I gotta figure out what I can do, because I think I'm gonna throw the AC unit onto the blue cab and just run my ducts up under the dash, just because I don't like the ducting on the dash. But the cab looks way better. It's not all rusted out in here like the donor one I did have. What else we got? We got some seat, you know, both of them have the seat belts in it, and I even have another nicer set of blue seat belts for that truck. But it has the same old gauges, but it actually has the silver wiper knob. I might even have a 68 light knob, I'm not sure. Glove box, you know, nothing crazy. Windshield's broke on this one. I kind of just got this one to sell. I like the shape it's in, except for, you know, the rest on the bottom. But this is, like I said, this is the third time I tried to film this little intro video, and the new GoPro has deleted my footage twice. So this is the third time, so hopefully I can show you guys some pictures of the chaos that it was after a whole grueling day. It's like 10 at night, and there's an engine that I wanted to pick up. Just because I was picking up these trucks made me think maybe I should have two trucks. And so I found this engine in Missouri also. So this is a Chevy 350 I bought from a guy. Had a running video of it. He was just going with the LS engine, so he wanted to swap out, which is exactly what I wanted. Super complete. All the brackets and everything are there. It's the whole deal. I'm super excited. So it's got a SM 465, 4-speed with a granny low. Manual transmission. Again, I've never had one of those in one of these trucks. And then a 205 transfer case. But it came out of a 72. Everything will fit up. The only thing I was a little surprised on is I thought maybe it'd have a slip yoke. I haven't really dealt with one of these. Both of these are fixed. So cool. Unreal heavy. So heavy that it's actually caving in the floor of my Ford truck. Apparently the Chicago rust has finally taken its toll and blew out all my supports, but I noticed that the floor is caving in. But running, driving, I'll probably just clean this up, paint it all Chevy orange, try to make it look super original. I have like a 67 air cleaner that I'll throw on there because I hate how these look. See what I can do about cleaning up some of these emissions parts on here, but probably just run stock manifolds and everything stock. This inch is really stock. He said it ran like a champ. I believe him. Straightforward guy. You know, distributor coil on the outside. Hopefully I can just hide that ridiculous spacer and see what I can do about all that. But you know, more trucks, more parts. Some were rougher than I was expecting. Oh, the other thing I didn't show you is, along with that front suspension, I got another 6-lug GM 12-bolt axle. So basically I got 2 trucks missing the bed. I have enough bed parts to put a bed together. I don't want 3 trucks of these. I kind of want 2. I think I'm gonna do a 2-wheel drive, and then I'm gonna do a 4-wheel drive that I've been working on. If you've been watching the channel, that Ford is on its way out, so I want to get the maybe the blue truck on the 4-wheel drive chassis, and that'll just be my tow truck. Haul my trailer around and do work stuff with it, and then maybe this 67. I'm thinking about keeping it cheap. I'm still on the fence. Obviously, I just got done paying for a wedding, so I'm very frugal with my money at the moment. And I paid too much for these trucks, so I would like to sell some parts and get some money back, and doing airbags and going full out on my 67, like on a 2-wheel drive one. Probably not in the budget right now. I kind of would like to keep it simple, like as simple as I possibly can, like you know, like drop springs and maybe even just like manual steering, and just throw that 5.3 liter in it and just keep it super simple. Here's some of the other parts. Just, the spare 6-lug. This is that hood I was talking about. This is what I'm a little curious about. It looks like maybe they put a tarp on it with paint cans or something, and it kind of stained the top. But this matches the patina a little more, and I know it's the wrong hood. It's not really supposed to have a badge up there. It's a little crushed in, but if you saw the truck, you understand. This hood's actually in really good shape. And I'm just gonna sell that one, unless I decide to put that other cab, maybe just put a whole truck together for somebody. But there's another gas tank I had from the white truck. All white truck bed sides, but I did get these red fenders that came with the red cab. Usable. Somebody did some nasty body work into this one, because everyone wants a passenger fender. The reason why is because people can't see over there as well, so they smack things a lot more. But like I said, I have enough parts. I might even just like piece it together and sell it cheap for someone that wants to get in. Cheap. I was young, still young enough, and definitely broke enough to understand that it's hard to get in, because everyone's prices are stupid high right now. So it'd be nice to like just get one together for someone, and they can start their own project for someone younger. But I might throw this core support in the blue truck, and some of these fender wells are better, and then maybe just throw those doors on the red truck and fix some things up. But I gotta see what I have, what I need, see what I can do. But pretty excited. It's gonna, hopefully I end up with 2 trucks, and then make enough money off of all my spare parts to at least recoup some of the money off of this blue truck. We'll see. I really got to figure out the title. If you've ever dealt with these, just don't deal with people trying to scam you on titles. It sucks. I've also thought about just like putting all the parts together and just selling it, just because, again, I don't want to deal with the title issue. It's just a little bit of a bummer for me. So hope you guys are excited. Let me know what you guys think I should do with the trucks. Hopefully this footage stays, because I'm tired of filming these intros. This is my 3rd time if I don't seem enthused. So it'd also be my first time cutting one of these down to a short bed, which I do not think is going to be that crazy. I'm just very anal, so little things are probably going to drive me crazy. Like the weld seam on the inside of the bed will probably drive me crazy. I'm going to try to fold the front of the bedside instead of welding the front of the bedside. I watched a video on it. I like the idea. I might practice with one first, or some sheet metal, and see how it goes. Besides that, hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see where these trucks go.